to Rockin' Country Radio, today's hottest country and more. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Rockin' Country Radio. It is Friday Eve. Yes, around here we never say Thursday. We always say Friday Eve because we're so close to the weekend now that it just makes sense, you know. And moving into a great weekend, look forward to a great weekend. We've got a long, long weekend coming up, the last official weekend of summer. I know many of you have great big plans to go out of town, go to the beach, the mountains, whatever your fancy. And I tell you, it's going to be a great weekend here in North Carolina. We got great weather coming and lots of big things happening. So hope that wherever you are that you're safe, that you have lots of fun, and you keep it locked in to Rockin' Country Radio. And what a way to end our week. We have had a great week of shows, I must tell you. And tonight just kind of caps off a wonderful week of great guests, great artists. And I just want to say, if you're a first-time listener tonight and you've joined us for the first time, you picked a great night to tune in for the first time because these guys are phenomenal and love their music. And if you're joining us again and again for the millionth time, we are glad to have you here. Welcome back, as always. And so before we launch into our interview with these guys tonight, I want to give you a little background on our guests. They hail from coastal Maryland, and they are comprised of Jason Morton and Brett Wilmer, and they bring a rejuvenating edge as well as class-tight harmonies to country music with the release of their new EP, Waitin On Right Now. And I will tell you that if you do not own this one, this is one that you want to own for your collection. And it's not one of those that you go over to iTunes and you pick and choose various songs. Every single song on this EP is just off the wall good, and you can't just buy one song. You've got to buy the whole EP. It is awesome. But it really does showcase their high energy personalities and their lighter swing tunes. I mean, they've got a range of songs, something for everybody on this EP. That's one of the things that I love about it. Everything from She's Got Away to The Cotton's Getting High, and you know, which is a party anthem. If you've not heard it, it's an awesome song. It's a great party anthem for Saturday night. And they have opened for renowned bands such as ZZ Top, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Kid Rock, Eric Church, Shooter Jennings, and many others. Do any of those names ring a bell? Yes, I thought so. So, it's just been, I mean, what they have done in their career has just been phenomenal, and they are making so many waves and strides in the world of country music, and fans absolutely love these guys. So without further ado, I am so excited to welcome to our show tonight the guys from The Cheaters, Jason and Brett. Hello, how are you? Hey, I'm great. How are you?
We are doing great. I have to say that was probably the best, most informative intro we've ever gotten from any host, so thank you.
Well, I try to be thorough, and you're welcome. I mean, we always have new listeners, and I try to let people know who we're going to have on, and it's a great build-up to the intro, man, is the way I see it. So, and look, I have so many artists tell me that when they hear their intro, they're like, man, did I really do all that, you know? And so... You know, I get that more times than not, but it is an awesome privilege to have you guys with us tonight. We are stoked that you're here. We've been looking forward to this interview for a while now, and I've listened to your album so many times since I've got it that I'm surprised it's not worn or frazzled now. It is an awesome album, as I was saying in the intro, and it is definitely one that you just can't go to iTunes and buy one song. I mean, every song on it is so good that they all could be singles. And it's a really great album, guys.
Thank you. You know, it's funny you say that. You said they could all be singles. I mean, that was really, when we made this album, that's one of the main things we really focused on was, you know, this is our fourth studio record, but this is our true Nashville debut, you know, since we made the trek from Maryland and moved to Nashville, and that was our focus on the whole thing is, you know, let's just not try to define us necessarily as a certain genre. Let's just pick, you know, 8 really good songs and just make a CD about that, about showcasing great songs instead of this one's rock, this one's country, this one's, you know, pop, you know. So we really appreciate you noticing that. Thank you.
Well, you can't help but notice it because it really does have something for everybody, which is what I love because in this day and age of music, the way music has changed, especially the way country music has just evolved into this one-size-fits-all kind of genre. I mean, you've got the rock sound, you've got pop. I mean, you've got a little bit of everything, but it's still all country. But it's an album like yours is one that if you're not a country fan or not, I mean, whether you are or aren't, you're going to love it because it really does offer something for everybody, and that's really unique because I think the way the music scene is moving, it's almost imperative that artists kind of start doing more of that, to get a bigger audience and a bigger fan base on top of that.
Exactly right.
Well, you guys, the EP has been, I mean, just a huge success from what I understand thus far. And what kind of feedback are you guys getting on that?
It's been great. I mean, really, it's been kind of funny because I think where lots of times artists may have one specific niche or age group or something like that, we've been lucky enough to kind of span the gaps, if you will. From young and old, and then same thing from our original background and original fans. We've still retained it, which is excellent because sometimes you can lose that when you switch up some things and get away from the original type of music or whatever it may have been that we were doing at that moment. It's been nice because we've had a great reception from our original fans and from younger age groups, older age groups, and everything in the middle. It just kind of it works across the board, which is incredible. Couldn't ask for more.
Oh, yeah, and that's great that you have an appeal to so many different audiences, young and old alike. And it seems like wherever you go, and we'll talk about that in a second, it seems like wherever you go, people just absolutely love you guys. I mean, your music really does have that appeal across the board. And speaking of everywhere you go, I mean, you guys, even though I kind of introduced you as hot, new, country duo, you guys are really not new to the country scene. I mean, you've done some amazing things. You've played over 1,000 shows throughout the U.S. You performed in Europe, Guam, Japan. I mean, gosh, you really have traveled the globe, haven't you?
Yeah, we really traveled. Yeah, we have. I mean, this October, our very first practice as a band was October of 2004. So we're coming up on 10 years together as a band. And, we come more from a almost hard rock, southern rock background, and this is our true country debut. And, it's definitely, so it made it easier for recording and stuff like that. It wasn't the first record we've ever recorded. We've been in the studio countless times before. So, we wanted to have an EP or, an album that really showcases the talent and, lets people know that we've been around for a while.
Yeah, well, and around for a while you have. I mean, some of the things that you've gotten to do as a band has been incredible. Like one of the things that I learned about you, which I thought was just so uber cool, was that you entered a contest and you were handpicked by Slash as the opening act. Now, when I learned that, I was like, oh my gosh, Guns N' Roses Slash. This is too cool. I mean, not necessarily Guns N' Roses, but Slash is just like, he is like the epitome of guitarist, in the world of heavy metal and rock. And that is no small feat, to be handpicked by him. So, wow, what an honor. And what was that like for you guys? Because you've opened for so many great, well-known artists and bands out there, and Slash is among them.
Yeah, with Brett being a huge fan of Slash, I got to let him take this one.
Yeah. It's incredible to kind of be able to play and meet a lot of your idols, you know what I mean? And me as a guitar player, it can really, it's all over the place from Stevie Ray Vaughan and great blues players to jazz players to rock and country and, Brad Paisley and everybody. But Slash was one of the main ones, especially growing up, and hearing Guns N' Roses. So to be picked, and to be the guitar player, quote unquote, if you will, in the band, that means a lot to me. That was incredible. Yeah. And I think my favorite part was, after we did the show, and we were sitting around, and going to meet Slash and the rest of the guys that he was playing with. And we went up to him. We said, "Hey, Slash, do you mind if we chat, hang out, get a picture with you? We're the opening band." He goes, "Yeah, I know who you are. I picked you."
Yeah, because we didn't know at that point.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I mean, Matt, I'm sure everyone's face is just probably lit up, when we heard that.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a phenomenal show. It was in New England, of all places. But it was great, and super nice guy. The band that he had was phenomenal. All in all, just a great time.
Well, I have to ask you, I know you guys hung out with him after, but did you jam together? Did you have a little jam session?
Unfortunately, we didn't get to jam, but he was cool about hanging out. It wasn't one of those things where, you meet somebody real quick and then it's off, they're off to the next fan or the next person. I mean, he was really cool about hanging out for a while, and his band was really cool. His whole band watched our whole set from the side of the stage. And they were really cool. We exchanged information, and it was a really cool.
Nice guys, really supportive, and that's nice. It's always nice to be able to meet your idols and have them turn out to be good folks.
Oh yeah. Well, and the fact, I love the fact that he went that extra mile, and because he handpicked you guys to open for him, he was totally cool about hanging out with you all, which kind of makes sense, I mean, since he handpicked you, you would think he would want to get to know you, and more than just the opening act, so to speak. So how cool was that? I mean, and that's something you guys will have with you for the rest of your lives. It's one of the big highlights of your career, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, and another career highlight, I have to touch on this because this particular artist has been one of my all-time lifelong idols, Paul McCartney. And you guys, I don't know if many people know this, but you were also, picked by his manager to represent the U.S. in the Lithuanian Music Festival. How in the world, when you think about Lithuania, I mean, how in the world did that come about? I mean, and Paul McCartney, he is such a musical icon. I mean, one day when he's long gone, he's going to be a legend. And wow, so much rich history just with him alone. How do you guys fall into this stuff is what I want to know. This is so cool.
It was, I'll tell you what, I'll give a little plug to what a lot of independent artists use for physical CD distribution, and that's CD Baby. CDbaby.com, we had a physical distribution deal through them, and they had actually they sent out a couple of our CDs, and one of them went to a music expo in South France. And there was a promoter from the Lithuanian Music Festival. It's called the Salt Sound Festival, and it happened around in 2007. But they were looking for artists. They had 20 different bands from all over the world. They wanted to pick, one band from each country to represent. And he found our CD at a music expo in South France, took it back to McCartney's manager at the time. His name was Richard Ogden, and he said yes. And it wasn't long, after that we received an email saying, the invite and, plane tickets were booked. We were over there, within a matter of weeks.
Oh, wow. That is incredible. And, here in North Carolina, we're just about to have a cow because he is actually going to play a show in October here. And he's never been to this venue ever. I mean, he kind of added this show on after his tour was pretty much established for this year. And so, you can imagine everybody from 3 states around us is going to be trying to get tickets to the show because it's his only appearance, even remotely close to like Virginia, South Carolina, that kind of thing. So we feel very, very lucky that we were kind of in the mix of tour dates here. But I tell you, he is undoubtedly one of my all-time favorites. Every song he's ever put out, even when he was with the Beatles, the Beatles and their history, but then when he went out and branched out, that whole 70s era of music, oh my gosh, you just can't touch it. It lives on. It's going to live on forever and ever. Oh, yeah. It's timeless, Well, that's another great highlight for sure in your career, no doubt about that. you guys have been playing some serious shows this summer. You've been on the road. I mean, it seems like every time I'm on social media, I'm seeing somebody retweeting what you guys are up to, and you guys are putting out where you're going to be on a given day or weekend, and you've had quite the summer. How has it been going for you?
It's been great. I mean, we've done a really good job of getting back, because now that we're in Nashville, and being from Maryland, we've done a really good job of getting back to the Mid-Atlantic. So we've actually been playing probably more shows on the East Coast, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic than we have in the Midwest, which we've been based out of now for over a year. It's been awesome. We've been putting some serious some miles on the bus for sure, and it's cool. We had our CD release party in our hometown of Annapolis, Maryland, which is actually where I am now. Brett's back in Nashville, and it's been cool.
Awesome.
It's been a great time.
And I was just looking at your tour schedule the other day, and you still are pretty jam-packed all the way into October. I mean, it doesn't seem like you guys let up ever. You're just always busy, which is a good thing. It's a really good thing. And out promoting the CD, I mean, that is big in itself. And so, I can't even believe that we're about to get into fall and the holiday season is coming. It's going to be the end of 2014 before you know it. What kind of big plans have you guys got brewing that you can talk about at this point for 2015? What's on the horizon there?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got some really exciting things actually coming up within the next few months. We actually met with a radio promoter, so the first single is going to go to radio in about 5 weeks. That is going to be followed up with a video that we're actually going to shoot out in L.A., and then the video is going to be out about mid-October. So at that point, that's going to give us a lot of momentum pretty much going into 2015. So those are the big things we have on the horizon right now that we're just focused on for this year.
Oh, wow. And can you tell us now what the single is going to be that's going to be released, or is that still too premature?
A little too premature,
Gotcha.
But I will tell you that we actually are going to announce it this week.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
we'll definitely be looking
next week.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because, as I said, I've heard your whole album. It's awesome, and anything that comes down the pike from you guys is sure to be a hit. I mean, it's just once it gets into the hands of radio, and as it starts, the buzz starts to get around about it, it's a matter of time. I mean, people that hear your music, I can tell you, just from hearing it myself, and I keep listening to it over and over, it's one of those things that you instantly like it because of its feel, its sound. Everything about your music is totally, I think, what fans and country music fans in particular really love. And I have to ask, when you're out doing your shows, because you kind of have the whole Southern rock background, do you incorporate any of that into your current shows, or have you all just strictly transitioned over to country music?
No, I'd say we definitely still hold on to a lot of the rockin' at times. You can't ever let that go completely.
No, not at all.
You just have to choose the right times and places to do it. But the shows are still, a lot of shows are still high energy, tons of fun. But there are times where we might slow it down and play, one of the ballads or one of the slower ones off the album. So we like to kind of keep everyone. I mean, it's a show. You got to keep people entertained. And Jason and I have always gone about, the live shows thinking of them just from that standpoint. Is you're not just sitting there with headphones on. You're watching a show, so you want to be entertained.
Exactly.
And we always do our best to bring the absolute best live show from an entertainment standpoint, performance standpoint, everything as one, together every time that we get out there.
Most definitely. And I have to ask, just because I'm in North Carolina, are there going to be any North Carolina shows in your future? Because I can tell you, I'm so there. If you're anywhere in North Carolina, I'm going to travel to see you.
Oh yeah.
No, we definitely, we've been through Raleigh a couple times, and we definitely want to get back to that area. North Carolina is definitely one of those markets that that's the next market we really want to start working on really hard, because a couple of the times that we've been through there, you guys have probably given us one of the best responses as far as from a crowd standpoint. I mean, it's been great. So that's definitely, we want to bridge the gap between, run that little triangle between Maryland down to North Carolina over to Nashville and just work everything in between.
Well, we have a lot of great venues here that, and I tell you, people here love live shows. I mean, I don't care if it's over at the amphitheater in Raleigh at Walnut Creek, or if it's in, a smaller venue downtown somewhere. I mean, people love to get out and see live music, and country music kind of in the the Raleigh-Durham area. Pretty much we're based about 40 minutes from Raleigh-Durham. So it's, this metropolis area, there's more country radio than there are any other genre of radio around. If that tells you how many country music fans that exist just within North Carolina alone. So it is it's a great place to come and play, and I do hope you get a chance to come out and play some different venues as part of your triangular tour, I guess we'll call it. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
We definitely will. We definitely will. And I think that's what Jason's kind of hinting at is, just that, I mean, the folks in North Carolina have always been extremely supportive, very fun people to play for. And, we're constantly traveling up and down the East Coast and through the South. And, lately we had a little bit of hiatus just to basically get everything ready with this album and get ready for the push that we're going to make here over the next few months. But keep an eye out. We'll be heading through there. Of course.
I definitely will, for sure. And before we wrap, I've got to ask you probably the one question you get asked more than anything. If not, it's probably pretty close. Where did the name The Cheaters come from?
Everybody.
This is your moment to answer because, of course, it lends itself to all kinds of imaginary ideas about where the name derived from. So I'd love to hear it from you guys firsthand.
All right. Well, let me first start by quoting our manager. He always says, because when you hear a name like the Cheaters, people always go, it can have a negative connotation, and he always stands up for us and he says, the Beatles, believe it or not, weren't actually Beatles, so he always says that, and it's and pretty much what I'm getting at, it's no bad reflection on us, we're not cheaters. But like I said, Brett and I, we started in 2004. Our first show, I went to a small college near Ocean City, Maryland, and our first show was a Battle of the Bands, and we needed a name for the contest. We did not have a name. No one could agree on anything. Finally, our drummer throws out the Cheaters, and everybody hated it. We're like, no way, that is the dumbest name. It's generic. It's negative. But at that point, we're like, well, you know what? We need a name for the contest, so let's just enter the contest as the Cheaters. We'll change it after the contest. Mm-hmm. Well, we had already been practicing around campus, handing out CDs, letting people know about our very first show. So, at that point, we didn't really have a name. It was amongst, friends and stuff like that. And we entered the contest, and people actually had designed these T-shirts with this Broken Heart logo, and it branded us from that point on. People were like, oh, my God, that logo is so cool. And we started to realize at that moment that people didn't mind the name. It was all about the logo and the music, and people just really dug it. And whether you like it or you don't like it,
you remember it.
You remember it,
yeah.
And it really does show people our edginess, but, we just want to clear the record and let people know that we are not cheaters. In fact, I just got married on Saturday with my fiance of 9 years.
Well, congratulations.
So, we don't cheat, so we're good guys.
Well, and believe me, in the music industry, there's no way to cheat and get ahead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you
right.
can't cut corners. It's a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. So if anything, it's kind of like kind of a reverse slant, I guess, because you know that being who you are, you aren't. And then, the music industry, there's no way you can cheat. There's just no way. But I have to say, I love your logo. It is really kick-ass. And the name really does fit, even though it doesn't fit like people would personify it to be. But it really is.
Right.
I mean, it just, when you think about country music, though, I'll just go down this path. When you think about country music and you think about all the different dynamics of just this genre of music, the Cheaters is a name that just fits country music, and it not from the standpoint of anybody's cheating. It just fits the genre, and so I'm glad it stuck. And like you said, it is definitely memorable. You don't forget it, and it's easy to remember. So that is a really cool story. I'm glad you shared that. And see, for anyone out there listening that thought otherwise, now you know. The truth is out.
Thank you for helping us clear that up.
Yeah, so, if there was ever any doubt, because it's not like you have the story on your website. So most people would just leave it to the imagination, right? So,
right, there you go.
Well, Jason, Brett, this has been a blast. I've so enjoyed speaking with you, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. The new single's going to drop in a few weeks, and it's going to be awesome. We'll be playing it here on our show, add it to our rotation, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you in North Carolina when you travel through in the very near future.
Thank you, Don. Me too.
Yeah, we had a great time. Thank you so much. We'll let you know.
Anything we can do for you guys, let us know, and we will help promote, get the word out, whatever you need. And we'd love to have you back anytime. So please, please, don't be a stranger.
You got it. Likewise. Anything you need, let us know.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your evening, and have a great Labor Day weekend.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. There you have it. The Cheaters, Jason and Brett. That didn't sound right. The Cheaters, Jason and Brett. Okay. I'm sure they're, laughing now. But that is the name of their band, the Cheaters, and made up of Jason, Morton, and Brett Wilmer. And I want to give you a little background so you will know where to follow them on social media. Find them online at thecheaters.net. You can also, on Twitter, they are simply The Cheaters, and also on Facebook. So go follow them, like their page. They are awesome. And in case you haven't heard their music, you're about to. We're going to play a couple cuts off of their brand new EP. And the EP, by the way, is entitled Waitin On Right Now. So it is definitely one that you want to add to your collection. They are musically, they're awesome, and every song on it is just, like I said, they could all be individual single number ones. So we're going to close our show with a couple cuts off of their EP. We'll start with She's Got Away, followed by The Cotton's Getting High, and we will close with the title cut, Waitin On Right Now. I want to thank the guys from the Cheaters for being our special guests this evening, and many thanks to all of you for being here as well. We are so glad you could be here, and we will be back here, not Monday. We're taking Monday off because of the holiday, but we'll be back here on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and with another great guest, and we hope that you can join us at that time. But until then, have a fun, safe weekend, and we'll see you back here again very soon. Take care, all. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Turned all the way up like a stereo in my mind. Windows down, rolling down a back road. Middle of summertime. Middle of summertime. She got a flower in her hair, floating on air, pure as a prayer. With a little I'll take you there, in them innocent eyes. She's got a smile like a sunshine, down for a good time, once in a lifetime. She got away. She's that place where I wanna go, so, so beautiful, only one I wanna hold. She got away. She got away about her. She's all tangled up, real tight. Her arms wrapped around me like the water in a Carolina river. The heat of July. Oh, heat of July. She's got lips like heaven, kiss, I gotta have it. Perfect little habit that I don't wanna kick. Oh, give me more of it. She's got a smile like a sunshine, down for a good time, once in a lifetime. She got away. how you look in the light of the dashboard. Appetite for destruction on the radio, play like a radio do. Out in the woods, you don't need a passport. Left at the light till the gravel's gone. Sun went down a couple hours ago, so fill up your cup, pull your hat down low. Everybody's wearing the cool shades, baby, lighting up a Saturday night. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, baby, more than just a cotton. Getting high, getting right. The way that it is ain't the way that it was, but the way that it is, man, it's good enough tonight. Fields in the low beam light, more than just the cotton, getting high. I like the way that you look when you're looking at me, when you say you want to take a drive down to the creek. The dirt, the dust, the hands, the ruts, a little rolling round in the bed of the truck. Everybody's wearing the cool shades, baby, lighting up a Saturday night. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, baby, more than just the cotton. Getting high, getting right. The way that it is ain't the way that it was, but the way that it is, man, it's good enough tonight. Damn right. Out in the fields in the low beam light, more than just the cotton. Getting high. So thick the ties are red, lips that taste like candy, song that wraps around your head. Everybody's wearing the cool shades, baby, lighting up a Saturday night. Everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, baby, more than just the cotton. Getting high, getting right. The way that it was, but the way that it is, man, it's good enough tonight. Damn right. Out in the fields in the low beam light, more than just the cotton. Getting high. Yeah, more than just the cotton. Getting high. Just the cotton's getting high. Same old story, same old song. You trusted him, now he's gone. Not a call, not a kiss, not a goodbye. Now you're left here alone in the moonlight. This has been going on too long. You've been spending your whole life waiting on the right guy, looking right past what's been here the whole time, breaking your heart, watching your tears fall down. I've been waiting on the right light, just to look in your eyes, hold you in my arms, and tell you that it's alright, girl. I've been hanging around, waiting on right now. I've always been here, always been your friend. Picked up the pieces again and again. But I'm more than a shoulder to cry on. I'm the one that you've learned to rely on. I know there's more to us than this. You've been spending your whole life waiting on the right guy, looking right past what's in been here the whole time. I've been waiting on the right night just to look in your eyes, hold you in my arms, and tell you that it's alright, girl. I've been hanging around, waiting on right now. Waiting on right now. Waiting on right now. Waiting on right now.
Check out Rockin' Country Radio on the web. Find us at rockincountryradio.com, on Twitter at rockin_CTRY, and on Facebook at Rockin' Country Radio.